Xia, what's wrong? Chen Yang was suddenly woken up by Xia, who lay beside him. He groggily sat up and asked her what happened with a worried expression. Xia glanced over at Chen Yang, and realized that she was just dreaming. Only then did she quietly let out a sigh of relief. She outstretched her arms and hugged Chen Yang's waist. As she pushed her face into his chest, she said in a low voice, "Nothing, it was just a nightmare." Chen Yang hugged Xia and found a comfortable position. His hand stroked her back over and over again. "Go to sleep. Don't be scared, I'm here." Xia didn't say a word, but she hugged Chen Yang's waist even tighter. In the night, silence fell again. Xia felt Chen Yang's strokes become lighter and eventually stop, his breaths growing slow and longer. She knew he had already fallen asleep, but she wasn't the least bit sleepy. She opened her eyes and stared at Chen Yang, who had his eyes shut and was deep in sleep. Then, she quietly removed his hand from her back, flipped her covers, got off the bed, and left the room. She went to the kitchen first and grabbed for a cold bottle of Rio. Opening the bottle, she took a sip and walked over to the balcony. She stared out into the city lights at night and thought about the dream she just had. In the dream, Tianhao knew that she did something terrible. She anxiously stared and pointed at her, and said that she ruined her happiness. Tianhao, in the dream, cried and cried as she said that she saw her as the world's best older sister, so how could she do this to her? That blame, that anger, they were all real. Xia couldn't help but grip tighter onto her bottle of Rio. The icy cold touch slightly calmed her anxious heart. Tianhao had grown up with Xu Jiamu ever since they were young. The three of them were never apart. Their relationship was so good, they had no secrets between each other. But this was something Tianhao didn't know, nor did Xu Jiamu. Before she graduated, she had the life of a rich girl who everyone envied. She dated many handsome guys. Among all the boyfriends she'd had, she was impulsive and exciting towards some, whereas she was lonely and empty towards others, but that didn't mean she had never felt anything for them. On her 4th year, close to graduation, she dated a Shanghai TV host. He was tall, handsome, and his voice was piercing and charming. However, the one who she truly loved was the man who seemed proud and virtuous. Lu Jinian. She was the same as now back then. Even though she wasn't happy about it, she had already lost all hope of being with him. At first, her wishes were simple. He was just a guy she wanted to date, so she could at least know the feeling of being with him. How to put it? All in all, she felt a little something for him in the end. She even had the impulse to talk marriage with this guy, but when she brought it up with her parents, they only expressed their strong disapproval. On top of that, they told her something that she never even knew. That she had to marry Xu Jiamu. That was when she learned about the arranged marriage between the Qiao and Xu family. The Xu family's business was vast, and Xu Jiamu was their only son. It was truly rare to find such an ideal person. Even though Xiaoxia's parents had always treated Tianhao very well, when it came to such a great opportunity, they wanted to save it for their own daughter.